What is up, guys? So we are back again with the last of the 3 push-pull leg workouts. So this is going to be a leg workout. Again, these workouts are just for people who have the ability to go to the garage and are maybe lacking ideas of what workouts to do. So I'm going to run through my leg workout. I warmed up on my treadmill, but I will jump rope. I will go through the motions that I normally do, which are I'm going to do lunges, hip abductor kind of work, just to warm them up. And then from there, I'll be doing the Bulgarian split squats off of a chair, straight-legged deadlifts in a way, for my quads and my glutes. I'm going to be doing sissy squats, which is like you kind of keep your feet together, focus more on the quads, you elevate your heels and you go down. Doing calves, can't miss out on calves. And then for the most part, that might be it. I might try to include some type of like squat or air squat kind of movement in there. But let's get to it. Fellas, I'm telling you, get a booty band. I found this one, but this shit helps you warm up so well. Helps open up your hips, your hip flexors, your groin area even, your glutes, and it definitely activates them before your leg day workout. So I do highly suggest it, man. Like, this is definitely giving you a lot more mobility, and that's what you're looking for, because you want to get deeper into that squat, kind of actually flex the muscle, and it helps you, engage the muscle prior to the workout, just so when you are working out, you're not kind of warming up, which is a big thing I see a lot of young people do, which I even did. But I've definitely learned within the last couple of months, year or so, warming up is really essential. When the muscle group's actually, let's say, being activated, you actually are lifting a lot less weight sometimes, if you realize. Like when I finally realized I wasn't really activating my muscle groups, at one point I was probably like throwing around 80 pounds, but I was just pushing it. I wasn't really activating the muscle groups needed in that lift. A few months later of actually progressive overloading, this and that, maybe I'm at 90, 95 pounds on dumbbells or whatever, but now I'm actually engaging the muscle groups. I'm actually hitting failure and stuff like that, which actually leads to growth, strength building, and all that kind of stuff. So definitely get yourself one of these. Now I'm just going to kind of warm up in the motions the first lift, which is going to be the Bulgarian split squats. What that is, basically, you're going to get yourself an elevated surface. This is struggling to get yourself an elevated surface, and then you put one foot back. And you're kind of just going to go, get to a comfortable position, and then warm up. Now as you go, as you see, I'm gonna balance. As you go, just kind of add weight. Probably gonna do 5 working sets of these. And I'll put my weight vest on, I'll put my dumbbells on. If you don't have those, you can hold buckets even. And this is a good way to get into that squat motion, split squat motion. And definitely feel it activated if you actually focus on activating your muscle groups. So now we're on my working sets. I got a 22-pound plate. I'm gonna tuck it in here. Then I have the dumbbells back there, and that's gonna be working set number 1. We're gonna do 5 of them. We're gonna try to get 12 each leg, if not 10, and that will be that. So we're gonna move on to the straight-legged deadlift. Did 5 sets, working sets of the Bulgarian split squats at the max weight that I have. Now we're gonna move on to straight leg deadlifts with the rake and 2 buckets. Again, just trying to add weight. This, you gotta really focus, put the tension on your hamstrings and your glutes. You don't wanna really bend your knees, and you wanna keep engaged the whole way through and kind of just focus to make sure it's on that. And then I'm gonna superset it with the booty band, and I'm gonna do some hip abductors, just as a superset to keep warm, because it's relatively cold, and to get some more work in, but we're gonna get that done. So keep your feet should be about shoulders width apart, maybe a little bit closer. Practically shoulders width apart. Then let me add weight. We're gonna add 15 pounds to each side. So working set number 1, we're gonna do 5 sets of these. So again, big important thing is, just like squatting, is you're gonna wanna break at the hip first. You don't wanna move your knees, you wanna break at the hip so you're fully extended standing, and you break at the knees. You come down. So you go up. Then again, like shoulder width apart. You're gonna break at the knees. At the hips. Focus on those hammies and glutes, and thrust forward with your hips when you are coming up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna get the band. We're just gonna burn out single leg hip flexors. If you can, try to keep it slow and controlled. Make it burn a lot more. Alright, so we're going to do the sissy squats. We got this just behind us so we don't fall. And just to have a place to put our butt, like to see how low we go. This under my heels, which is a bit thick, but oh well. Got the weight vest on, we got the dumbbells. We're going to pop up. Make sure your feet are relatively close. The toes kind of together. And then we're going to go down as low as we can, nice and slow. Focus on pushing all the pressure on your quads. And up, thrust up, tight, thrust up. As a superset, you're gonna get one weight, and you're gonna put one foot elevated on an elevated surface. Put the other foot behind, and you're gonna slowly work on your calves. Squeeze up, slow down, squeeze up. What is up, guys? So I wanted to wrap up this video. I'm currently editing it, and I just wanted to get onto the points of losing strength versus losing muscle. So I do apologize about the lighting in certain videos, clips of that, because I know it was very dark in the garage. Again, figuring this out. At least I got the settings kind of right, but I'll get that down. So losing strength versus losing muscle. Just because you are losing strength does not necessarily mean that you're losing muscle. I want to make that clear because there seems to be a bit of a confusion or not a clear path or logical sense for some people in that, in which I will explain kind of briefly. But if you are losing muscle, essentially you're more than likely going to be losing gains or strength. So if you're losing muscle, you will be losing strength. However, if you're losing strength, that doesn't necessarily mean you'll be losing muscle. Thing is about losing muscle is as long as there is stimulus provided, blood flowing into the muscle, it's enlarging, it's breaking, it's tearing relatively a bit, you'll be fine. So during this period, being that it's being prolonged and extended more than we actually thought this would last, I mean, some people at least, for some people at least, these home workouts, as long as you're getting them in, as long as you're being active at least 3, 4, 5 times, you know, compared to or in relation to how much you used to lift prior to this, you'll be okay. As long as you're getting the muscle blood in the muscle, the growth, it's being expanded, you're getting your water, you're getting your protein intake, you'll be all right. Your muscle gains won't necessarily wither away. It'll take a long time of no activity. It'll take quite a bit of a while of no activity at all. So you'll be okay in that end. Now, strength, which unfortunately some people some people don't care about strength, and some people do. But unfortunately, you're more than likely will be losing some strength just because of the fact that, one, most people don't have the adequate amount of weight to continuously progressive overload, or even to reach the same amount of weight that they're using at the gym, which it's okay. Two, your body's nervous system is getting used to the fact that you're not constantly putting that much pressure on it, which is a big factor of this all. So a lot of times when you do lose strength, it's because of the nervous system, and the nervous system is not being as taxed, let's say. So therefore it kind of just, it goes into a relaxed state. And then, so when you do go under that bar again and you try to lift that weight, it's not used to that kind of weight or pressure on it anymore. Therefore, again, you're losing strength. So it's not necessarily that you can't do it, but you will also see that within 2 to 3 weeks, your strength will shoot back up. And it's not necessarily new gains, but it's basically your nervous system adapting to that weight again, and then therefore you'll just be back on your stroll, you'll be back on your stride. So again, I just want to put people at ease. Don't worry about it. It does seem like a long period of time. It does seem like things are going south in terms of, let's say, gym progress, but I assure you that they are not. And when you do get back in the gym, as long as you hit it hard again and you're going at it slowly again, smartly, of course, everything will be okay. So, years of work, months of work is not going to dilute or go bad within a couple of months, as long as you're keeping it up. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully it'll be a meal prep video. I'm gonna see if I can reserve the kitchen for an hour or so, just so I can get a video for you guys, because obviously when everybody's home, everybody just munching on the food just like I am. So we'll get that video out. So if you could please like, subscribe, I thank you if you got up to this point of the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, all right?